I get that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think for freelancers, some things you guys might want to consider tracking is one, your revenue, like make
Mhm,
sure it's going up,
for
your
sure.
profit margin for your services. So,
Mhm.
unlike courses or whatever, where it's all profit pretty much. When you're when you're quoting clients for jobs, you have to also take into effect like how much research, how much everything you're doing so that your profit margins make sense.
Mhm.
Um, I think I have a list here. Um, Billable, non-billable hours, I think are important for freelancers. Make sure your billable hours are probably like, I don't know, like 60 to 70%. Make sure, you're not doing all these tasks just to keep yourself busy. We do that sometimes if we're avoiding things, so just be mindful of that. I think once you kind of get your business set up, I think it's important to, if you're pitching clients, like to see how many pitches versus how many calls you get versus how many
Yes.
sales, and then how much time you put into all that, because that can make a difference too. And if you have an email list, how long is someone on your email list before they buy? That's
Yes.
something I like to know too, because it is funny, especially once you have a podcast or something for a long time. People are like, I've been listening to you for 5 years and I'm now getting started. And I'm like, holy cow, like 5 years? I'm so glad they're, finally hitting go. But, it's like, I could have gave you this 5 years ago, all this information. So it is important, I think, to just see where people are in their journey if you're doing courses. And if you're not, I think another thing, if you're working with clients and you start to branch out freelance writing services into marketing strategy and stuff like that, these are things that you want to look at too in other businesses, to see how you can help just with content. Like if you want to write content, what are they reading on their website? What are they engaging in? Because that's what you want to write towards. You want to, sometimes what we think people are going to read, they don't. So
Mhm.
it's interesting.
Yes. And then, of course, I also like to loosely track my tech stack. What sources or what services am I investing in? And were they actually useful? Did they add enough to the bottom line? Should I consider cutting back? Keeping a handle on that. It's kind of more in the financial thing, but don't just go for every new, oh, this will be the greatest text marketing service, and oh, this will be wonderful here. Like, you do need to go back and evaluate some of those things because it's directly affecting your profit margin too.
Well, and I feel like nothing's free anymore.